It was a quiet morning when Arif first heard the strange sound. He was walking near the riverbank, carrying a sack of rice to his small hut in the forest village of Jana. Birds chirped above. The breeze was calm. Nothing seemed unusual. Then he heard it again. A cry. Soft. Sad. Not human. He followed the sound through the tall grass, heart beating faster with every step. And then he saw it. A baby elephant. Alone. Covered in cuts. One leg tangled in a hunter's wire trap. Its eyes met his. They didn't show fear. They showed pain and hope. Arif dropped the sack and rushed forward. He had no idea that helping that elephant would change his life forever. The beginning of a bond. Arif had lived alone for years after losing his wife and son in a flood. He had shut himself away, refusing help, refusing smiles. But something about the elephant's eyes, so full of sadness, broke. Something open in him. He untangled the wire carefully. The baby didn't move, didn't cry, just stared. Then, with a final pull, Arif freed its leg. The elephant gave a soft, trumpet-like sound and leaned its head on Arif's shoulder. That was the beginning. He named it Golu. The struggles of trust. Taking care of a baby elephant wasn't easy. Arif built a small shelter beside his hut. He walked miles to gather food, bananas, sugarcane, leaves. Some villagers laughed. Others warned him. Wild elephants are dangerous, Arif. But Golu wasn't wild. He followed Arif everywhere, like a shadow. At night, he rested beside the hut. In the morning, he waited for Arif to wake. And slowly, Arif smiled again. The trouble in the forest. One day, hunters came to the village. Rich men from the city. They carried guns and wore sunglasses even in the shade. "We are just looking around," they said. But Arif knew better. That night, he tied Golu inside a secret pen he had built in the thickest part of the forest. Just in case. Days passed. The hunters returned, offering money. "We'll pay you for the elephant," they said. Arif refused. They returned with threats. The night of fire. That night, the jungle lit up with flames. Hunters had set parts of the forest on fire, hoping to scare the animals out. Golu was missing. Arif ran barefoot into the smoke, coughing, eyes burning. He searched and called and cried. He heard rustling. A branch snapped. Then he saw them. 3 hunters, holding ropes. And in the middle, Golu. Scared. Muzzled. Bleeding. Arif didn't stop to think. He grabbed a burning branch and ran. "Let him go!" he shouted. The hunters laughed. One raised a gun. But Golu broke free. With a roar, he charged. Not to attack, but to protect. He stood between Arif and the hunters. The gun fired. The bullet hit Golu's shoulder. He stumbled, but didn't fall. He roared again. And the forest listened. Suddenly, from the shadows, elephants appeared. Big ones. Dozens. They had heard Golu's cry. And the hunters ran. The miracle. Arif nursed Golu for weeks. Villagers came to help. Even those who once mocked him now brought food and medicine. A wildlife team arrived. They checked Golu's wound. "He's lucky," one expert said. And brave. They told Arif that Golu belonged to a herd. That his family had been seen searching for him near the river. The idea of letting Golu go broke Arif's heart. But one day, standing under the banyan tree, he whispered, "You are meant to be free." Golu looked at him. Then walked into the forest. 1 year later, Arif's hut was quiet again. He still walked the riverbank. Still carried sacks of rice. But inside, he was different. He smiled more. Talked more. Helped others. One morning, as the sun rose, he heard a sound. A trumpet. Soft. Familiar. He turned. At the edge of the tree stood a giant elephant with 2 young calves behind him. It was Golo. He had returned. Not just to visit, but to say, "I never forgot you." The lesson. The villagers now tell the story of Arif and Golo, the man who healed a broken elephant, and the elephant who healed a broken man. They say kindness always returns. Sometimes with a trumpet and thunderous feet. Sometimes with love that never forgets.